Good evening and welcome to the public hearings for the budget appropriations for Downers Grove Township Board of Trustees. Calling the meeting to order. Lorraine, would you take roll?
Okay, Trustee Riccardotti.
Here.
Trustee McCoy.
Here.
Trustee Okram.
Here.
Trustee Ferguson.
Here.
Supervisor Coulter.
Here. We have a quorum. I'd like to have a motion to waive the clerk reading of the public notice. Copies are available and were posted on the township website. Can I have a motion?
I'll make the
Second. And Lorraine, would you take roll?
Okay, Trustee Riccardotti.
Aye.
Trustee McCoy.
Aye.
Trustee Okram.
Aye.
Trustee Ferguson.
Aye.
And Supervisor Coulter.
Aye, it passes. So we're going to start off with the Highway Commissioner, and going to introduce King Anderson for his presentation of the budget, of his budget.
I think we've put together a very good budget this year, one that should satisfy the highway department's needs. We levied for 4.9%. Historically, we get between 1.2 and 3.2% of that levy. If we receive all of what we levy for, we should get $175,000. Line items that we increased this year were under contractual services. We increased our travel expenses, maintenance to buildings, maintenance of roads, engineering services, tree removal, and landfill dumping. Under commodities, we increased culvert supplies and safety supplies. Under capital outlay, we increased our equipment line item. And in conclusion, I'd just like to remind the board that 46% of our levy does go back to the 9 municipalities in our town.
Thank you. Any questions from anybody? Okay, and next up is public testimony. Does anyone in the audience have any questions for Randy and the Highway Department? Okay, and trustees, any questions? I just have one. So, obviously, the cost of fuel and stuff has gone up. How much has that gone up percentage-wise, approximately?
I'm not sure percentage-wise. Right now, it's gone up a little bit more because our diesel pump is broke, and we're having to get our fuel over at the Speedway.
Okay.
So we're trying to get that fixed. It's an old pump, and I don't know if they're going to be able to repair it or not. But I'm not exactly sure. It fluctuates, you know. It goes up and down from year to year.
Yeah.
Last year it was, way out of control. This year it's a little better.
Any other questions? Do I have a motion to adopt the Township Road District budget and appropriation ordinance 24-25 for the fiscal year, March 1st, 2024 to February 28th, 2025? So moved. Second. Okay, Lorraine, will you take roll?
Trustee Okram.
Aye.
Trustee Ferguson.
Aye.
Trustee Riccardotti.
Aye.
Trustee McCoy.
Aye.
Supervisor Coulter.
Aye. And that passes, and it's going to close that hearing. I'm going to bring up now the public hearings for the budget appropriation ordinances fiscal year 24-25 for the Downers Grove Township Board of Trustees. And so this,
No, you have to wait, no.
Yeah,
oh, we do,
it's
okay.
publicly announced for 7:15.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was, okay. So we will, I'm sorry, we will start at 7:15. Okay, and welcome to the public hearing for the budget appropriation ordinance fiscal year 24-25 for the Downers Grove Township Board of Trustees. This is the public hearing for the amended, for the general fund budget and appropriation ordinance, including the Township General Fund, IMRF, and general assistance. I'm calling the meeting to order. Lorraine, would you take roll?
Trustee Okram.
Here.
Trustee Ferguson.
Here.
Trustee Riccardotti.
Here.
Trustee McCoy.
Here.
Supervisor Coulter.
Here. We have a roll call. Excuse me. And now I'll take a motion to waive the clerk reading of the public notice. Copies are available and posted on the township website. Lorraine, would you take roll?
Did we get a motion?
Oh,
So
I'm
moved.
sorry. Motion, I'm sorry. Second. Lorraine, when you take
Okay.
roll.
Trustee Holcomb.
Aye.
Trustee Ferguson. Trustee Recordati.
Aye.
Trustee McCoy.
Here. Sorry.
Supervisor Coltrane.
Aye, it passes. So next up is the general fund presentation. I'm going to let Greg go first and talk about the assessor's part of it.
Well, it was another tough year. We had worked hard. I'm so proud of the team. It's a general reassessment year, and they did it fantastic. We have my budget that I'm requesting is $1,327,000, and it represents a 3.98% increase, just under 4% from what we had last year. Again, we're running well below what the CPI was. We had another year that was a little over 6%. So it's only the second time I've asked for a budget increase since becoming the assessor back in 2017, and we're still under what the budget was for the first year that I took over as my term as assessor. So the team is working hard, and I tell you, I couldn't ask for more from them. And they're just doing it, and we endured the fire and everything else this year, and they kept working hard, and we got it done. So respectfully ask for that request, that number.
Trustees, any questions?
Have you had any increases to your staff?
No, we haven't. We're well below what we were when I took over, and the team's working hard to keep it that way.
The same as last year?
Yes. Yep. Trying to hold it tight.
Okay, any other questions? All right, and I'll do mine. There's a couple areas. My total budget is $1.2 million. There are a couple areas that we increased over time. Part of that is due to here in the senior center, all the increased activities. We have had just tremendous growth, and to the point where we really are full of capacity almost every day. We have things going on Tuesday through Thursday. We've added a lot of stuff going on Mondays, and then a couple Friday afternoons during the year. So we've added a couple areas to the budget. Our expenses are up a little bit from what they were last year. They're actually down a little bit on the expenses. Those are like janitorial, paper towels, and things to take care of the buildings. Here in the Township Center, not only janitorial, but we also have maintenance, the elevator. We have to pay to get it upgraded from time to time. And we also raised our special events. We now do a Flag Day ceremony every year, so we've raised that a little bit as well. General assistance, we have seen just a tremendous increase in general assistance. So I have increased that budget for not only utilities. I had it last year at $6,000, we're up to $20,000 for that. And shelter, we had at $20,000, and now we've gone up to $35,000. We're seeing a lot of people. I think shelter was a major thing during COVID. You couldn't kick people out, you couldn't raise people's rents. Now all of those restrictions are gone, so we're seeing a big increase in that. We also are the #1 township for LIHEAP applications, and that is money that's for low-income heating, and that is run by the county. It's the county money, it's not our money, but the county doesn't have the capability to handle all of the people coming in, so that we've taken care of that. So those are the two areas. I will say IMRF, we've gone down as well. We are in perfect shape with that, and so those are my biggest areas. Does anyone have any questions? Okay. With that, any questions from the public? Anybody in the audience have any questions? Okay, and with that, I will close the hearing. And we will now go into our regular meeting on the Downers Grove Township meeting in the Township
I think
Board.
I have that at 7:30, don't I?
No, there's no time.
It just says, just following.
Oh, follow, okay, perfect.
Okay, so this is our monthly meeting for February 22nd, 2024. Calling the meeting to order. Let's all rise for the pledge of allegiance. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Lorraine, would you take roll?
Okay, trustee Oakram,
Here.
trustee Ferguson,
Here.
trustee Ricordati,
Here.
trustee McCoy, supervisor Coltrane.
Here, and we have a forum. Next up is public comment. Residents will have the opportunity to speak during public comment. Comments are directed to the supervisor. We ask that comments be kept to 3 minutes and address the Downers Grove Township issues. Please refrain from profanity and personal attacks directed at the people, and please be respectful of all residents. We remind you the public comments are not a Q&A session. Thank you. And I have 2 people that said they wanted to speak. Lori, do you want to go first?
Sure. I'm Lori Sacuno. I am one of the people that come pretty often to the senior center here. This afternoon I came with my mom, who's 103. She comes with a rollator, so she came to the game day, but we could not get the handicap little button to work. So thankfully that I was with her, that I can open the door. But there are some of the participants that come to the senior center in walkers, and it is almost impossible for you to open the door when your walker is in front of you. So it has not worked. I don't know how long it's been inoperable. I don't know what the problem is, but and I'm assuming that once the one door opens, it generates the second door to open too, because they should be in unison. That once the outer door, that it prompts the inner door. But at any rate, the button is not working. Second thing is that in case of an emergency, because most of us are over 60, 55, 60, there's a good chance that somebody's going to have a heart attack or cardiac arrest. We were like, I guess, number one, are any of the staff certified in CPR or first aid? Because at this point, we were told that none of the staff is certified in CPR or first aid. Also, what would be helpful or critical is a defibrillator in this room. Versus, I know there's one in the other building, but again, if you point to somebody and say, go get the AED, I don't know if they would be able to run to the other place, get it, and bring it back here. So sometimes it's nice to have it in a prominent position where everybody in the room knows where it is and your staff knows how to work it. So I just didn't know if there was kind of like an emergency plan if one of the seniors has any problems that would necessitate first aid or a defibrillator.
Okay, and normally I don't respond, but a couple things. One is the handicap door. I was just made aware of that today, so we are going to get that repaired. For whatever reason, when this building was built, we did not have that on there, and that is a relatively new thing, so I don't know. It's odd that it's already broken. And we are working on getting staff trained and the AED in here. So we are aware of that, and we are getting that taken care of.
Great.
All right. And then Deb.
Yeah, I'm wearing my, first of all, I'd like to say thank you very much, Paul, specifically for working with the police department to get parking for us on the south side of the building, and then to get the doors open so we don't have to walk all the way around, so that during operating hours we can park on the south side when this lot is full, and then come into the building and exit that way, and moving the picnic table off the sidewalk. We had no snow, but if it snowed, it would have been a problem. So thank you very much for doing that. Now I'm wearing my AARP hat because I'm doing a presentation tomorrow, and came to find out today that there is no video on the TV. It's been out for 3 weeks, and my whole presentation is videos. So I have to figure out an alternative way of doing my presentation tomorrow at noon. So, and I'm just concerned that I'm not the only presenter. We had an event today where we needed the screen and the video to help with us with our art project, and it was, you could get one, you could get the other, and Karen figured out a way to do both without it working, which won't work for me tomorrow with my technology that I use. So I'm just concerned about the recognition that it is problematic.
Okay, and again, we have contacted the company that put these up, and they are coming out, but it's hard to get them to say the exact time they're coming out, but they will be coming out. I'll be by here, and it starts at 12:30, right?
At 12 o'clock.
12 o'clock, okay. I'll be here in the morning and see what we can do.
I came this afternoon, I came back this afternoon with all of my stuff to figure it out, and we thought we had to figure it out, and then I got home and found out that it's not going to work with my equipment, so now I'm working on Plan B. We do have a Plan C and a Plan D in place just in case, because that's the kind of person I am. We'll get this resolved one way or the other, but it is, just to let you know, from a presenter standpoint, it is problematic to learn the day before that you don't have.
We will take care of that. And again, I know that we've had a problem. We've contacted the company, and when they can get out here, I'll make sure. But I'll see you in the morning tomorrow.
Thank you.
So a laptop and a USB, the TV is actually out? Or
The TV works, but there's no video. There's no video.
So with a
I mean, there's
laptop-
no sound. There's no sound. So I can show my video, but you can't hear the sound from the video. So what Karen did today was she took the microphone, because the microphones work, and she put the microphone by the speaker on her other computer. She had it running on 2 computers, so that we got the sound from one and the video from the other. I don't have that luxury because I work off of a DVD, and so we think we have it worked out with a Bluetooth speaker if all the technology works.
Yeah.
Did we try
You'll
to...
do good no matter what you end up doing.
I'm sorry?
You'll do good no matter what you end up doing.
It's just,
Is that TV broke as well?
that one doesn't hook up, that one didn't work at all today. She couldn't get that one to work immediately. So,
Okay, I will see you in the morning tomorrow.
thank you.
And with that, I will go and have a motion to approve the minutes of the board meeting from January 18th, 2024 as presented. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Okay.
Who seconded? Who seconded?
Christina. Christina. Any comments? Okay, that we're good. Lorraine, when did you grow?
Okay. Trustee Ricordati?
Aye.
Trustee McCoy?
Aye.
Trustee Ferguson?
Abstain.
And then Trustee Okram.
Abstain.
Okay, and Supervisor Coltrane.
Aye. So it passes. And a motion to approve the trustee audit and approval of bills and claims is presented.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Lorraine, take roll.
Okay, Trustee Okram?
Aye.
Trustee Ferguson?
Aye.
Trustee Ricordati?
Aye.
Trustee McCoy?
Aye.
And Supervisor Coltrane.
Aye. Motion passes. Motion to approve the general town fund budget 24-25 is presented. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Lorraine, would you take roll?
Okay, Trustee Ferguson?
Aye.
Trustee Okram?
Aye.
Trustee Ricordati?
Aye.
Trustee McCoy?
Aye.
And Supervisor Coltrane.
Aye. Passes. All right, next up is supervisor's report. I'm just going to do a little bit on the township. So last year we had 8,204 people come to our events during the course of the year. And so far this year, so after 7 weeks of last year, we had 576 people. Through 7 weeks this year, we've had 1,915 people. times the amount of people. Last week, we had 366 people here. It's an all-time high for 1 week. It's the second week so far this year we've had more than 300 people come. Other notes, as far as passports go, we got notification from the federal government that they are now getting them back in 2 to 3 weeks, which is much faster than they've been. So not to tell people to wait on it, but they are coming out faster than they were. And I think that is all I have now. Next up, the assessor.
That's me.
He's looking at me, right?
I know. Well, I think I alluded to it already in the previous hearing. This is a general reassessment year, which, just to refresh everybody's memory, means that all 57,000 parcels in Downers Grove Township, and all across the state, actually, all the parcels with the exception of 2 counties, receive notices because the entire state is reassessed. That works that way at every place but a couple of counties, one being Cook County. From a standpoint of assessed value, Downers Grove Township is the 2nd largest assessment district in the state. And now I want to let you understand that when you go from the first one, it's Cook County, which it's easier to compare it on parcels. They have like 1.5 million parcels. You come to Downers Grove Township, it's 57. There's another township out west that has more parcels, but they don't have as much AV assessed value. So we're a big township, 20% bigger than any other of the townships in DuPage County, but that's a lot of parcels. So obviously the county had some challenges this year, so they, I thought I hit that off, I apologize. The county ended up having all 9 townships close at the same time, within about 4 weeks of each other, and it was due to some systems that they were putting in. Being a finance and ops guy, I put in a lot of systems over the years, so they just ran into some delays in their things. So we were ready June 1st to be able to turn over our books. We were not allowed to do it until, well, we had, much later, in November. So the team was fantastic. I think we've coordinated all across the county between the assessors and the county to do everything we could to work together, but we're still going to be having hearings into March. We were done last year in September for our township. So everybody's working hard, weekends, whatever it takes. The team's been fantastic. I could not, all of us, because we all work together, we could not have asked for more out of the team to do stuff. And that goes along with, the supervisor of assessments out in the county and the board of review. Everybody's just working together to try to get it done. The systems that we put in place, I've told you about in the past. We talk about adding anybody. When I started, the head count that we were allowed was 15 full-time equivalents, an outside contractor plus the assessor. We're now, the budget we're working with is the outside contractor has been gone for years, and we've got a total of 10 people. So we've had a tremendous change, but we've upgraded systems. It's easier for the residents to go on and do things, pull their comps. It's just we've tried to do everything we can. We have DocuSign now to make things work better for the residents and stuff, to be able to move through the processing. And the team is just, we've sent them to classes. Thank you for approving education budgets. So we've allowed people to become educated, how to be a CIAO. So they're, we've done everything we can to just make it work better for the residents. And the team has just been fantastic. I just can't keep telling you it's all about the team. So I won't keep rambling on because I know you've already hit, this is the 3rd meeting of the night, but I just cannot say enough about the team working together, and that's how you get it done. So there you go.
Are you happy with your team?
I am just amazed to be part of this team. I am so blessed. I got to tell you, they're fantastic and they work hard. And Lorraine always, whenever she comes by, she goes, "Do they smile all the time?" And I said, "Nope. Everybody has a bad day now and then, but my philosophy is if you get a bad call or something, you got to go take a walk, or you want to go get a cup of coffee, go take what you got to do." Because sometimes assessment calls can be tough, but it's all about working together and stuff like that. And they do smile most of the time. And the residents, when they call, we've actually gotten notes and stuff and letters back saying, "Hey, thank you." We have people that didn't get an adjustment that come back and say, "Thank you so much. Kathleen did such a great job." And I'm like, "Do we adjust?" No, we didn't adjust them. But they're just so polite to people, so good to people that they feel like we're a customer service department. And that's what, from the day one, I said, our job is to provide a service. And everybody up there we should treat like a customer and treat them like you could lose them. Don't treat them like there's somebody that has to come here. And that's kind of the mentality that everybody in the office uses, and people feel it. and therefore they're nice to you. When you treat them like, you know, they don't just have to be here. And again, yes, I'm proud to be part of this team.
I didn't catch that the first time.
Yeah, there you go.
You know what's interesting is a lot of people don't read their tax bill to know that it's the Downers Grove Township Assessor's Office. It's that simple.
Yes.
So when I tell people to actually contact your office, they don't understand that. And I'm like, but they will help you there. They're good people and they will help you. And they're like, but no, I gotta get a lawyer. And I'm like, no, you really don't. Like, don't do that as your first option. But I say that because I genuinely know that the people in your office are going to treat them well. And
We don't have a horse in the race. Our job is to try to get fair assessments. And if you bring information to us that, you know, we don't, you know, it's a system in Illinois is based on mass appraisal techniques. And it's a solid system and it works for mass appraisals. But if you bring information unique to your house, or you bring other, that's what we need to know. We work with a lot of people, we do our best to get back to people as fast as we can. We've upgraded systems to allow us to process things very, very quickly, you know, when we get the information. And that's the key, is taking out the stuff you can do quick, you know, the paperwork side and all that, that allows us to do more of the qualitative stuff with a good system. You know, that takes a little time, but we can turn around something that's just getting signatures. It used to take us 2 or 3 days to chase down a document. By the time somebody printed it out, looked at it, you had to follow. Now it's all done with, you know, with the computer and stuff, with DocuSign. We can turn that around in 15 minutes with both parties. And we take that out of the loop, then people are feeling good. You know, the residents are feeling good, the staff is feeling like they're doing quality work, and they're respected, and people, you know, I always said, you treat people, starts with them treating themselves like professionals. That's what I told them when I first started. You know, I'm going to be treated like a professional. But you start with yourself being treated like a professional, and then you're going to find everybody's going to treat you like a professional. And that's how they do it. And it's, again, they smile most of the time. Until they want to talk to me, then they yell at me, whatever. But that's okay. That's what I got elected for. I take the tough calls.
All right, next up, Andy.
Hey, do you like your team?
Yeah.
I love it. Those guys, they worked their rear ends off the first couple of weeks of the year. It was miserable. I mean, every time you wake up, look out the window, there's more snow. It was rough. And I was very, very happy to see that come to an end, and now we're getting the nice weather. So. The past month, the Highway Department has been working on the following projects. We have been taking advantage of the nice weather by employing our new mini track hoe with attachable brush shredder and cutting back right-of-way areas which need trimming. Crews have been working off of Glen Road, 91st Street, Clayton Hills Road, South Frontage Road, and Lorraine Drive. Crews leave the larger trees standing and then come back later in a couple days with a chipper to remove them. We are continuing to replace and repair mailboxes damaged during our heavy January snows. 95% of the mailboxes were damaged because of the heavy snow being pushed back against the post and they break. Only a few mailboxes were actually hit by the snow plows, and the total mailbox damage so far for this winter stands around 11. We continue to patch potholes throughout the township. The spring-like weather we have been enjoying allows the cold mix to settle in and harden in the hole better than during the colder temperatures. And finally, crews have been out picking up debris on our right-of-ways. So far, they've removed items from 91st Street between Cass Avenue and Route 83, and they've also been picking up abandoned tires from Jeans Road and other various spots in the township. And that's what we've been up to.
So you like the El Nino winters? Isn't that what this is?
You know, my favorite winter is when you get a little snow in December, and you get a little bit of cold in the winter, like in January, and it kind of stops for a while. February is usually the longest month of the year for us, and it's been the best this year.
Yeah,
So.
and we've had really one bad week of weather.
Yeah.
It's, I mean, this is unbelievable. It's going to be 70 again next week.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Nothing.
Do you like the weather?
I love it warm. I love it warm.
All right, going on the old business that we need to discuss. All right, new business, Dave, you want to give us kind of an update on the senior?
The only thing I would add, I love those numbers, by the way. Those numbers are so telling that, you know, normally when I go through this, Mondays and Fridays have been empty on the schedule. And you can see now it's Friday. I have no idea what the schedule is in here. But it is, we're creeping into Mondays and Fridays, which is a good thing. And we've talked about this in the past. And, you know, so now that we have extra staff, we can focus on planning on Monday and Friday instead of just planning on Monday and Friday. We have the staff to actually plan on Monday and Friday. And Mondays are getting better, and Friday it's just starting. So, and that'll help. You know, I mean, this is, at some point, all 5 days are going to be filled. And the thing I said last month or the month before was that a year ago, this book was 12 pages, and this month it's 20. And that's huge.
It's remarkable.
Yeah, it really is. And I still think 90% of the township has no idea of all the different things
Yeah.
offered.
And that's part of, you know, in my budget, you know, trying to get information out to the public as much as we can. My staff has done a tremendous job of getting this stuff done, getting over in the other office too, like on passports and dial-a-ride and all of that, helping people out. So it's been a remarkable experience, starting this from scratch and now getting, you know, we're on pace for almost 15,000 people coming to events here. And we're trying to figure out ways to get them outside of here as well to other parts of the township. This township building is kind of in the wrong, you know, it's in the far northwest corner of the township. And, you know, we have people that don't want to drive all this way or can't, you know, the weather this year hasn't been an obstacle as much.
There's
But
something that we had talked about, or like that was mentioned, was like partnering with like the community center in Hinsdale or
Right.
something. So like the township would be running the events out of the community center, like
Right.
gym.
So we are starting.
Worthwhile.
We are starting. it.
yeah, we have started that. Community house unfortunately has a lot of their own stuff, so we
Yeah,
don't
that
have-
might not be the best venue.
We
It's
don't.
just like,
So what the village of Willowbrook has just built a huge, what they call the Willowbrook Resource Center. I think you've been with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's huge. It's a community room, and it's 5 times the size of this.
perfect, even libraries, right? Like libraries that have often empty space and things like that.
So they've reached out to the village of Burbridge. They actually don't have any space. So the community house will be able to help a little, but the village of Willowbrook and Darien has that big park district or whatever they were going to use not too long ago, I think. So they'll be able to help out. But the future is outside, you know, outdoor,
Yeah.
outside their township because of the space.
Right.
And that'll also growth.
Right.
Deb, I think you were telling me at one of the meetings last month, the very first event you came to, there were 3 people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Lori, it was Lori,
Yeah.
Angel, Karen.
Yeah.
The first time I came in September of '22.
Yeah. And that's only a year and a half
It was
ago.
just the 4 of us for a while,
Yeah.
so it started growing.
And how many people are at those events now?
Well, let's see, on Tuesday morning for games, there was, well, let's see, there was games, and then there was American Mahjong class, a Chinese Mahjong class, and some crafters here, so we were 25, 30
Yeah.
people.
The other thing that's picked up a lot is that we have lunches on Tuesdays and Wednesdays.
Oh,
And
yeah.
for the longest time, we were getting 15 to 20 people. I think we've had several now that have been 40 plus. So it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's getting better and better.
And, you know, COVID made it hard for people to get out, and I think loneliness is a big, big factor. And I think, you know, a lot of our programs are geared towards, you know, community. We've built, and I think the 3 of you can say, we've built a great community here. Are there issues? Yes, but that's also part of growing, you know, so fast. And,
Yeah.
you know, we'll get through those bumps, and we've gotten through a lot of the bumps already. And so, you know, it's just a matter of time before we, you know. But it's also planned growth, right? I mean, I could sit here and say, we're gonna go out, you know, and do things all over the place, but if they're not well planned, they're not well attended, and they're not run correctly, what have you done? So I think a lot of it is planning and trying to get ourselves, you know, just do it in an orderly fashion. I think we did it in an orderly fashion here. I really do. I think, you know, I look back at the ping pong tables, and we had a guy donate one, and Robert Petranek had a friend, and he said, I got a ping pong table, and the poor Angel sat here kind of by himself, you know, with a paddle trying to, and he would play me, and didn't really like that, just me. And then, a second guy showed, 3, 4, all of a sudden they're like, we need another table. And now they're trying to get a third, the room just isn't big enough for that, so. you know.
Have to take turns, guys.
You have to take turns, and, but they have a lot of fun doing that, and, and then the mahjong classes have picked up, and the exercise classes, and we have a lot of events. We have a lot of, things to talk to people about, how you downsize, how you, safety is a big one. We just had one not too long ago about scams, and so we need, there's going to be more of that. So we're working with local police stations too, the police departments to come out and do things as well. So there's an awful lot there's so much potential. It's just a matter of, and it's, unfortunately, we have this one room, and so we got to find some other locations and stuff. So it's an ongoing process, but I think so far it's worked out well. We just need to continue on. Any other questions? Or comments? All right, with that, I will take a motion to adjourn.
So move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Our next regular Denver Grove Township Board meeting will be held on Thursday, March 21st at 7 p.m.